Back on the dip, y'all. That's the one. No, I don't use mud jugs anymore. Gosh dang it. Do I need to make a video on it or what? Let me know. Cougar Wintergreen is the dip of the day, folks. And as you can tell by the title, I'm back on the dip again. We got a lot to talk about in today's video because there's a lot of things pissing me off, and I want to go ahead and start with that. When I say the word addiction, what do you think of? Probably drugs, cocaine, heroin, meth. You think of tobacco, you think of nicotine. Nobody ever talks about sugar. You never hear anybody talking about sugar addiction. All you hear is, oh man, I got a sweet tooth. Dude, a sweet tooth is a sugar addiction. They all stimulate the same part of the brain that releases dopamine. Anything that does that, addictive. Scrolling on your phone constantly. All these apps are making it as addicting as possible so that you continue to do it and watch advertising and make them more money. Anything that stimulates your brain and releases dopamine is addictive. Sugar definitely does that. The FDA, like we talked about recently, is trying to ban Zyn. Zyn is a nicotine pouch. There's no tobacco in it. It's just nicotine and flavoring, which means there's no cancer-causing chemicals or carcinogens inside. Like when you light up a cigarette and burn that thing, it releases 400 plus chemicals and carcinogens that are going to possibly give you cancer down the road. This doesn't, but they're trying to ban it. They're going after it. Even though you are already not allowed to market this, even though you already have to be 21 to buy this, behind a counter, and you have to show your ID to somebody, they're still trying to ban it. Yet sugar is everywhere you look and is legitimately marketed to kids on a daily basis. I have a daughter. When I'm watching TV with my daughter and she's watching shows, how many sugar commercials with cereals and things like that is she fed? Sugar actually gets you from when you're a kid. It gets you addicted to when you're a kid. And we all know obesity is a problem in America, but the FDA doesn't ever want to talk about that. It's getting everybody off the products that these other billion-dollar corporations need you to buy. I'm pretty sure we're all aware at this point that the FDA is in a lot of these companies' pockets, right? They did the Juul ban because it was taking cigarette sales away, even though the Juul was helping get people get off of cigarettes, and it's proven that it is safer than cigarettes. The fact of the matter is, don't ever be listening to these government agencies when they're trying to control you and tell you what is wrong and what is right. When the FDA is never going after sugar and they're hooking kids from when they're actual kids and letting it be marketed like crazy, think about how many kids' cereals there are filled with freaking sugar. And listening to all these other doctors that say that soda pop is just as bad as smoking cigarettes. The funny thing is, with somebody's body structure, you can actually see how much sugar they're ingesting and that it's obviously not good for their health. These so-called FDA experts seem to always be in someone else's pocket and pushing someone else's narrative. So, with that being said, fuck the FDA! We just dropped this new shirt. Obviously, I'm very passionate about this because of what the FDA did to me personally and my business, taking over 60% of our business away because of their BS rules that they want to push for the agenda of these bigger tobacco companies that are actually killing people. So, we just dropped this shirt. It's available for 1 week only. Link is in the description box below. We use the Next Level tees, so they're very super soft. We have sizes from small all the way up to 3XL. So get you one if you want. That's what I'm going to be repping today. 1 week only. Like I said, links in the description box. Thank y'all. Well, I'm giving things shout outs. I just got to give a shout out to the new music video we just dropped for my new song, Riding Around. It's up on the channel right now. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it after this. And if you can, please, well, it was a song that I wrote for my wife for Valentine's Day. That's when I dropped it. And the song is available up on iTunes or any streaming platforms or wherever you download music. Obviously, as a musician, it's awesome when people actually go and buy your music, which is hard to see nowadays. Anybody that I support, I obviously try to download their music. So I'll put the link in the description box for iTunes as well, or you can check it out on Amazon, Google Play Store, wherever you get your music. Surely appreciate it. A lot of you guys had some good feedback about the song, and you're jamming it up, a little Valentine's Day jam for you. But I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Now, back to the freaking dip. We're dipping Cougar Wintergreen today. Now, this is a dip that I haven't seen in forever. Cougar has been around for a long time. Now, I didn't do great research as far as, now I know this is made by American Snuff Company now, who makes Grizzly and Kodiak, right? Back in the day, Cougar was known as a very low budget, nasty dip. Nobody really liked it, but if you wanted a cheap 89-cent, 99-cent can of dip, you could go out and get some Cougar. I saw recently that they've been rebranding Cougar. They've been coming out with it in pouches and a little bit of a new can design. This is the long cut version, right? So they have a different look for their pouch cans, which looks pretty cool as well. Now, Cougar, I've been seeing this on the shelf and I'm like, you know what? I tried dip last week. There's all these brands, me complaining about the FDA, I think I have a good reason to, but it's not just the FDA, it's YouTube in general. As you guys know, if you've been watching me for a while, I've been suppressed and demonetized for so long because of the content that I used to create, because it was on dip and things of that nature. YouTube, they started relaxing on their rules in the past year whenever I ended up quitting nicotine, believe it or not. You're able to monetize videos again for educational purposes in this aspect. So might as well give it a shot, right? Because I do like talking about dip, and I feel like, hey, that's what I made my name on, is the Outlaw Dipper, the Lord of the Lippers. Might as well talk about this, is just what I'm interested in, and I got a question for you guys at the end for another video we might do on this as well. This Cougar is American Snuff Company's budget brand, right? This can cost me $5, which is crazy. $5 used to be the premium price point in dip when I first started. That's what, a can of Kodiak would cost. I would say here's the tier point for American Snuff Company dips. Kodiak is at the top, okay? Grizzly is your mid point, which is, most people are dipping Grizzly, and Cougar is down here at the bottom, kind of your entry price point. They also do have Hawken Wintergreen as well, which is kind of an OG, but we're not even gonna count that because not a lot of places carry it. We're just gonna talk about the top three, Kodiak, Grizzly, and Cougar being the lowest on the totem pole. Now, I can tell you right now, I can tell the tobacco quality isn't as great in the lip. This one is saying 70% U.S. tobacco and 30% imported. So it's not full U.S. tobacco. There's quite a bit of imported tobacco in here, which is going to give you the lower quality. You can see the tobacco quality here, a little bit stringy. If you compare this to Kodiak and Grizzly, not the greatest of qualities. I could tell just off the flavor, it's kind of a lighter, kind of cheaper wintergreen flavor than you get with the Grizzly and the Kodiak. The Kodiak is their premium tobacco version. This doesn't say premium on it whatsoever. Like I said, I got this for, I think it was $4.89, $5 after tax in my area. Let me know what you guys pay in the comments below. Am I enjoying it? First question. Yes. I do enjoy the wintergreen flavor. As a wintergreen dipper, as someone who dips my own product, Outlaw Wintergreen, I do like wintergreen. I think this isn't horrible, It's a little bit on the lighter side, not a huge burn in the lip. The tobacco quality is kind of you get some floaters here and there. It doesn't stick in there. It's a little bit softer, which is usually good, but it doesn't kind of stick together well like a higher quality premium tobacco would. So it's definitely on the lower price point. The flavor is not my favorite, but could be for a lot of other people. Tobacco, a can of Kodiak here is over $10 now. Grizzly's around that $8.50, $8.60 range. And Kodiak, like I said, is in the $5 range. That's at least where I'm at here in Colorado. I had this dip in for about 5-6 minutes, I would say. It's already losing flavor. It's not going to hold flavor as long as the Grizzly and the Kodiak as well. I would like to do a blind, and let me know if you guys think this would be a good video or not, but I would like to do a blind between Kodiak Wintergreen, Grizzly Wintergreen, and Kodiak Wintergreen in those 3 different price points, and maybe even throw in a Hawken in there for the American Snuff Company Wintergreen blind, and see which one comes out on top, and see if really I can taste the difference in the certain price points. You guys let me know in the comments if you guys think that's a good idea. Maybe we'll do that in the next couple videos. Now, speaking of that, you guys are probably like, what is Outlaw dipping again? And that's kind of what this video is about too. I know I've been all over the place and I've been talking about a lot of things, but a lot of crazy stuff has been happening in the industry lately. I've been in this industry for nearly 20 years now, so it does interest me. And I'm in the industry as well, even though we carry tobacco-free products on our website. I guess the thing I have to say about me dipping again is life is all about balance, right? I don't have to be dipping constantly throughout the day like I was. And I never quit because of health reasons or anything like that. I quit as kind of an experiment for myself. If you guys don't know, I quit cold turkey a year ago because I was giving myself a dopamine dump every single time I put in a dip. Now at the time, like I said, I was dipping Swedish snus that was like 50 milligrams of nicotine per pouch compared to Zyn, which is 6 milligrams per pouch. I was basically doing a full can of Zyn every single time. So my dopamine was just constantly dumped. And it was wearing me out, to be honest, you know? I was addicted to something that was so high in a nicotine level that it was killing my dopamine, and I wasn't necessarily enjoying anything else in my life at the time. So it was kind of an experiment to just be like, hey, I'm gonna quit this and see if things get better. And they did, as far as life enjoyment and things like that. Do I come back to it? You know, like I said, I still do dip our, well, actually, let me hold this one up since it's the flavor of the month. I still do dip our Nick Safe options with Outlaw in our wintergreen flavor, mostly because that's my go-to flavor is our wintergreen Nick Safe. But like I said, I still do like enjoying trying all of these other brands out there and, you know, coming on here and making a video. So when I say life is about balance, it really is. If I'm gonna get back into dipping, am I gonna frickin' do it all gosh dang day? You know, I have to have some control. Similar to what I was talking about in the beginning of the video. Do you wanna be fat and have a cheat day every once in a while, but still go to the gym and make sure that you're working out and make sure that you're keeping yourself in shape and healthy and eating healthy foods? It's the same thing. I apologize for the plane noises you guys might be hearing, but let's just talk about candy. I mean, candy is one of the most addicting things out there for adults and kids as it is, right? Every time you go to a store, when you're checking out, the candy is right there to grab a couple extra little things, right? And so if you just have the mindset to not grab candy every single time you're checking out at the store, that's a win, right? And so I want to do the same with dip, and I want to be able to continue making videos about this stuff on things that I'm interested in the business that I'm in. It is definitely about balance, especially when you're talking about things that are addicting. That's why I like dipping our Nick Safe versions of products, which are a non-addictive nicotine alternative that do not. It's actually, I think it's called the nucleus accumbens, which is the part of your brain that releases the dopamine. Our Nick Safe does not trigger that and stimulate that part of the brain. So still gives you the buzzing effect, the warm kind of hug feeling, but is non-addictive. So that's a great option for people that don't want to do nicotine or whatever. And I'm not trying to promote my own product. I'm just saying that no matter if it's nicotine or if it's Nick Safe, there's a balance to everything. And I think everybody should make sure that they balance what they do in life, whether it be nicotine or food and sugar. There's a balance to it all. And you just got to make the correct choices to keep yourself healthy and live as long as possible, right? We're here. YOLO, baby. You only live once. So keep yourself in check. That's what I'm going to do. And hopefully I can keep myself in check and continue to keep making videos for you guys here on some products like this. I'd say it's probably been about 10 minutes now, and I've lost most of the flavor. It's kind of floating around my lip a little bit. Not horrible, you know? I would say 10 years ago, the lowest dip on the totem pole was a lot worse than this was. Not horrible by any means. Would I go back and dip it? Probably not. Now, I also want to ask you guys this question. I see long cut, not a lot of people dip in long cut anymore. There's still the very few in between. You know, I love our fat cut stuff over the pouches, but a lot of people only buy our pouches. And now that Zyn is such a big thing, a lot of people are just doing, you know, white pouches where you don't have to spit. With our Outlaw products, you don't have to spit either because we're tobacco free. So you can swallow all that, you know, beautiful juice if you want to. What do you prefer now? Do you still prefer the long cut or fine cut products, or do you prefer pouches? Let me know in the comments below what you guys prefer the most. I still, and I'm gonna be making a lot of videos in the future here on the snus products, is I like snus products over these nicotine pouches. I don't like the feeling that nicotine products give you, and also the Zyn, I'm not a big fan of them. They're just tiny. They're getting the buzz, and that's about it. I equate these to almost nicotine patches that you put on your arm or your neck or something like that. It's kind of just like a quick fix, and to be honest, they don't make you feel very good. I feel like these products give you a way better and cleaner buzz, I feel like. But yeah, let me know what you guys enjoy more, the long cut and the active spitting, or would you rather not spit with the pouches? So I don't know, I just talked about a lot of stuff and I wanted to get a lot of this off my chest. And I don't know, there is a balance to everything, and I'm gonna try to continue that balance and try to do some more videos on these products here. You know, we kind of had a lull in the channel because of what because of the break I took, which was needed personally, but also business-wise. I was blocked at every angle. The FDA, the platform I was uploading on, this platform, was not allowing me to do what I have always done. We're starting to see a change on one of the sides, so we'll see how it goes here in the future. Before I get out of here, guys, we still have this four-wheeler up for grabs. It's a brand new 2024 Polaris Hunt Edition, and we're giving it away in a couple weeks on March 1st from filming this video. Every dip can purchased on outlawdip.com, like this Outlaw Red Velvet, which is only available for this month only, is an entry to win that. So the more cans you buy, the more entries you get into winning that thing, and we're announcing the winner on March 1st. We're gonna announce it on this channel. We might do it live. I don't know, we haven't talked about it yet, but get your entries in, outlawdip.com, link is in the description box below, and good luck, folks. Hey, t-shirts only up for a week. Make sure you check that out too in the link in the description box below. Cougar Wintergreen, not bad for a budget dip. I would say, I probably won't dip it again, but for a lot of other people out there, it might be good. To be honest, I would probably choose something like Longhorn Wintergreen over this. Longhorn Wintergreen, to be honest, has really taken a big step up from what they used to be back in the day. I would like to revisit that dip again soon. Maybe a battle of the budget dips would be a good one as well, but Cougar Wintergreen, not bad. I'm glad to see the brand is back and thriving from what it used to be back in the day. I could have sworn it was owned by a different company. Maybe U.S. Smokeless Tobacco, or American Snuff Company bought them. I'll have to do a little bit more research. I'm a little rusty, if you can't freaking tell, son. So, hey, thanks for dipping with me, y'all. My name is Outlaw, and I'm out, y'all, and we'll see ya on the dip side. Holla!